Hello everyone, today we will be discussing with the remaining problems of exercise 6.1, and the first problem which we are discussing is question number 7, and the question is solve the inequalities and show the graph of the solution in each of the case on number line. So first you have to solve the inequality and then represent it on the number line, even if it is mentioned as graph, but that graph is to be mentioned on the number line only. Okay, so we can start the problem. 17th is 3x minus 2 is less than 2x plus 1. So you will have 3x minus 2x, taken x part to the left hand side, 1, this will go there, plus 2. That means you will have this as x less than 3. So x is less than 3 is actually your solve the inequalities part. Now the second part is you have to show this in the number line. So you will just draw the number line, plus infinity, minus infinity, let this be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It is going, negative 1, negative 2, etc. It is going like this, okay, negative 4, negative 5 like this. So how you have to mention or represent this on the number line is x, the values of x which are less than 3. Less than 3 means this part it will have, and 3 is not included. Since it is less than 3, it doesn't take the value 3. So you have to just circle it as a hollow circle at the part of 3, and then remaining part you have to just darken. On the number line you have to just darken, and here you have to just make a hollow circle which indicates that 3 is not a value of x. Okay, so this is the number line solution of the inequality x less than 3. So x less than 3 will be represented as solution as minus infinity comma 3, where 3 is also having open brackets, and this is the representation of the solution on the number line. Okay, right? Question number 18 is 5x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 3x minus 5. So you'll get 5x minus 3x is greater than or equal to minus 5 already here. This will become plus 3 in the right hand side, and these two will give you 2x is greater than or equal to minus 2. That means dividing throughout by 2, you will get x is greater than or equal to minus 1. Now its solution is represented as, that means the meaning of this x greater than or equal to minus 1 is represented in your real number type is minus 1 comma infinity. That is minus 1 is included, is greater than or equal to. So this is your ordered pair like representation. Greater than or equal to minus 1 means closed bracket minus 1 infinity, and the representation of the solution on the number line will be, you have to just draw a number line, just show infinity and minus infinity, 0 on the number line. These are your positives, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. and negatives minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. So since the solution is from minus 1 to the greater part of minus 1, so these all will be darkened here. Here you have to darken till the end, so that it is representing your minus 1 infinity, together with, since it is having a closed bracket on the minus 1 part, you have to just make it as a circle, but it should be darkened, and that darkened circle represents that minus 1 is also a value of x. Okay, so this is your representation on the number line. Question number 19 is 3 into 1 minus x is less than 2 into x plus 4. You will have 3 minus 3x is less than 2x plus 8, or minus 3x minus 2x is less than 8 minus 3, which is minus 5x is less than 5. Now you have to remove this negative 5, so dividing throughout by minus 5, again it is a negative quantity, means the inequality will get reversed. So minus 5x by minus 5 will give you greater than, which was already less than, and this is your 5 by minus 5. Unless and until you write on both sides, no, you will be confused for this. Here you will just make it as x, but here you will forget to write that negative sign. That's why I am showing this step. So here you will have x is greater than minus 1. Now x greater than minus 1 solution is represented as, solution is open minus 1 infinity. It is greater than minus 1. So again it is not including equal to sign, so it should be open bracket. Now the representation of the solution on the number line will be like this: 0, minus infinity, plus infinity, -1, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Here -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. So since it is greater than -1, what you need to do? You have to just darken this part of the number line. And what about -1? It should be having a circle which is hollow circle, that is not including the value -1. Okay. 20th question is x by 2 is greater than or equal to 5x minus 2 divided by 3 minus of 7x minus 3 divided by 5. So x by 2 is greater than or equal to 5x by 3 minus 2 by 3 minus 7x by 5 minus of minus will give you plus 3 by 5. Now collecting the terms of x together in the left hand side, you will get x by 2 minus 5x by 3 plus 7x by 5 is greater than or equal to, here you have minus 2 by 3 and plus 3 by 5. Taking the LCM, you have 2, 3, 5, so it will be 30. And here what you will get, this will become 15x minus 30 into, this will give you 10 into, so it is 50x plus here again 6 into, so 7 into 6 will give you 42. X is greater than or equal to, here what you have as LCM, 3 and 5, 15, greater than or equal to, okay. Here you will get minus 10 plus 9, right? So this will give you 15 plus 42 will give you 57, minus 50 is 7. So it is 7x by 30 in the left hand side, greater than or equal to, here you will have minus 1 by 15. Now we have to again remove this 7 by 30. So first we will remove 30. That is multiplying by 30 on both sides. We will get 7x is greater than or equal to minus 30 by 15. We have multiplied 30. Okay. And this will give you greater than or equal to minus 2. So 7x is greater than or equal to minus 2. Again we have to remove this 7. So dividing by 7 on both sides, we will get x is greater than or equal to minus 2 by 7. So this is actually a solution for the given inequality. Now how to represent this? Therefore the solution is, or the solution set is, here again you have equal to sign, so that you have closed minus 2 by 7 comma infinity, greater than or equal to minus 2 by 7. Now we have to represent it on the number line. What is approximately the value of minus 2 by 7? This will give you approximately as minus 0.3. 0.285 like that it is going. So you will get negative 0.3. So approximate value we are taking and marking it on the number line. Okay. So this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. We need a point which is in between minus 1 and 0. A point which is, so here if you break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, 10 you have. So middle, from the middle point of this minus 1 and 0, which will be defining minus 0.5. So you can just take a step here which will represent minus 0.3. Okay, so let us mention it as minus 2 by 7. So that again it is greater than or equal to, that means you can just darken the circle here and then move on to the right hand side, shading it darker. Okay. Darker shading you give so that it represents the solution of the given inequality. Question number 21 is, Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in first 2 unit tests. Find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. So at least 60, the meaning of at least is the minimum 60. Average of the 3 tests should be minimum 60. That is the meaning of at least. Okay. So the minimum meaning of getting 60 marks is greater than or equal to 60. The meaning is greater than or equal to 60. Okay, that at least 60 means greater than or equal to 60. Now we have to take the value or the mark of the third test be x. So let the marks obtained by Ravi in the third test be x. Okay, so what do you mean by average? What is the meaning of average? Average means all the 3 divided by the number, that is 3. So 70 plus 75 plus x, that is the 3 test marks, divided by how many are they? 3. So this is the average of the marks. Okay, so the average should be at least 60, means should be greater than or equal to 60. Now you have to solve this and get what should be x. So this 70 plus 75 will give you 145 plus x divided by 3 greater than or equal to 60, or 145 plus x is greater than or equal to 180. X is greater than or equal to 180 minus 145, that is x is greater than or equal to 35. And what is the meaning of x is greater than or equal to 35? That is the minimum marks that should be obtained by Ravi in the third test should be 35. Therefore, the minimum marks obtained by Ravi, to be obtained by Ravi, should be or must be how much? 35. Okay, it can be greater than 35 also, but minimum mark should be 35, which he should get. Okay, to be obtained, this is, it is not obtained, he has to get that mark. Okay. Question number 22 is, to receive grade A in a course, one must obtain an average of 90 marks or more in 5 examinations, that is each of 100 marks. If Sunita's marks in the first 4 examinations are 87, 92, 94 and 95, find the minimum marks that Sunita must obtain in 5th examination to get grade A in the course. That means the average she should get with these 5 examination marks should be greater than or equal to 90. Minimum 90 marks. Average of 90 marks means that is a minimum thing. More than that, the person can get the average. Okay. So what we are taking is, let the 5th examination's marks Sunita obtained be x. Let the marks obtained by Sunita in the 5th exam, in the 5th examination be x. Okay, so what will be the average of all the 5 marks? Therefore, average of the 5 examinations will be 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 plus the 5th examination's mark, divided by how many are they? 5. So it is divided by 5. So this is the average of 4 examinations. And what they are saying is, it should be the minimum, that is the average should be minimum 90 marks in order to get A grade in the course. So we can have, according to the question, 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 plus x divided by 5 should be greater than or equal to 90. Now the sum of all these 3 things will be 368. That is 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 is 368 plus x divided by 5 is greater than or equal to 90. That means 368 plus x is greater than or equal to 450, or x is greater than or equal to 450 minus 368, which is greater than or equal to 82. X is greater than or equal to 82. So what is the meaning of this? Therefore, Sunita should obtain 82 marks, or minimum of, obtain a minimum of 82 marks. That means it can be more than 82 also. Minimum of 82 marks in the 5th examination to get grade A in the course. Okay. Question number 23 is, find all pairs of consecutive odd pair of integers, both of which are smaller than 10, such that their sum is more than 11. So you have two criteria given here. Both the numbers which you are choosing should be less than 10 and their sum should be greater than 11. Now how we normally choose consecutive odd pairs? Even if we are choosing even pairs, then also the same criteria is followed. That is, if you are choosing n as one number, n plus 2 will be the other consecutive odd or even integer. Okay, so first we will choose the integers. Let the consecutive odd integers be x and the other one will be x plus 2. Okay, now according to them, they are saying that both the numbers are smaller than 10. That means according to question, you are getting x is less than 10 and x plus 2 is also less than 10. Okay, now in order to say these two, if we just go through the numbers, we can just say that if I say any one of the inequality, that will be following the other one. That means if I am taking, suppose I am just giving you an example, suppose 5 and 7 are the two consecutive odd integers which you have taken. Both are less than 10, right? Less than 10. So 5 is less than 10, 7 is less than 10. If I say that 7 is less than 10, if I say 7 is less than, that means the second number is less than 10, then the number which is smaller than this number means 5. It is automatically less than 10. So I need not say both the inequality. Only if I say x plus 2 is less than 10, that will be enough. No need to say x is less than 10 also. Okay, so combining these two, I am just writing that x plus 2 is less than 10. Because that will automatically follow that x is also less than 10. Now what is the second inequality which they are saying? Their sum is more than 11. Their sum means it is x and x plus 2's sum is more than 11. So you'll get greater than 11. So from here you will get one inequality and from here. That means combining these two you will get a double inequality. Okay, here you are getting x is less than 10 minus 2, which is 8. So this is one inequality. The other one here you will get as 2x plus 2 is greater than 11, which will give you 2x is greater than 11 minus 2. That is 2x is greater than 9, or x is greater than 9 by 2. So this is the second inequality which you are getting. Here x is less than 8 and here it is greater than 9 by 2. And combining these two, x is lying between. So these two combining will give you, therefore the double inequality is (9 by 2 less than x). X greater than 9 by 2 is same as 9 by 2 is less than x, and x is less than 8. So this is your double inequality combining these two inequalities. Now what is the meaning of this? Actually you have to find out the odd numbers or odd integers, right? So for that we need to get the correct value of x, integral value of x. What is 9 by 2? It is 4.5. So you have to get those values of x which lie between 4.5 and 8, the integers, and they must be odd also. So which are the values which will be lying in between 4.5 and 8, which are integers as well as odd. And so the answer will be, therefore your x can take the values 5 and 7. So both are less than 8 and greater than 4.5. Okay, so these are the two values for x, but this is not our answer. Why? Because we have to find out the pairs, consecutive odd integers pair we need to get which satisfy these conditions. So if I am taking x is 5, what will be x plus 2? It will be 7. That means one pair which I will get is 5, 7. Right? Now if x is 7, I will get x plus 2 as 9. So the other pair is 7, 9. Therefore, the pairs of consecutive odd integers are 5, 7 and 7, 9. Okay. Question number 24 is, find all pairs of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5, such that their sum is less than 23. Here again you have consecutive pairs of even positive integers. For even as well as odd, you have to choose the consecutive numbers as, even if it is even or odd, it will be x and x plus 2. Okay, so let x and x plus 2 be the consecutive even positive integers. Now next thing which they are saying is, both of them, both x and x plus 2 will be larger than 5. So according to question, you have one condition, which is x is greater than 5 as well as x plus 2 is greater than 5. Okay, both are larger than 5. And one more thing which they have given is, their sum is less than 23. That means x plus 2 is less than 23. Now from these two, we have to choose one which will satisfy the other one also directly. Now which one we will choose? Since this smaller number is greater than 5, this is greater number. If the smaller number is greater than 5, then automatically the larger number will be greater than 5. So we need to take only one inequality, which is x greater than 5, which will automatically say that the number which is greater than x, that is x plus 2, will be also greater than 5. Okay, now it was in the opposite direction, that is less than. At that time we have taken the larger number to be less than, so that the smaller number will automatically follow the same inequality. Okay, so you have both of this is giving you x is greater than 5 only, and here you have x plus 2 is less than 23. Here this will give you 2x plus 2 is less than 23, 2x is less than 23 minus 2, that is less than 21, and x is less than 21 by 2. So you have two inequalities, x is greater than 5 and x is less than 21 by 2. So combining these two inequality, what we are writing, it is greater than 5. So 5 is less than x and it is less than 21 by 2. Okay, so this is the inequality, which is double inequality. Now you have to choose the value of x which satisfy both the conditions simultaneously. That means it should be greater than 5 also, and it should be less than 21 by 2. 21 by 2 is 10.5. So it should be less than 10.5. Okay, so those integers will be, that means therefore the x values will be, it will be 6. Again, pos even. So you have to choose a 6, then 7, no, then 8, then 10 also you can choose, because this number is 10.5. Okay, so these are the three values which are satisfying the given inequalities. Now you have to find out the pairs which satisfy the given inequalities. Therefore, the pairs are, if your x is 6, x plus 2 will be 8. If x is 8, x plus 2 will be 10. And if x is 10, x plus 2 will be 12. So these are the three pairs which satisfy both the given inequalities. Okay. Question number 25 is, the longest side of a triangle is 3 times the shorter side, and the third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. If the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeter, find the minimum length of the shortest side. So since the perimeter is given to be at least 61, the meaning is it can be either 61 or greater than 61. At least means it is minimum 61. Perimeter should be minimum of length 61. It can be greater than or equal to 61. As an inequality, we will represent it as greater than or equal to. Now what we need is the minimum length of the shortest side. So we will first select that, or let the length of the shortest side be x. Okay, length of the shortest side be x centimeters. Now that is related to the other two sides. How? Just see, the longest side of the triangle is 3 times the shortest side. The shortest side, if you are taking as x, you can say that longest side will be, that is, therefore the length of the longest side is equal to 3 times the shortest side, that is 3x centimeters. Okay. Now what about the third side? The third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. This is your longest side and you have to reduce 2 from this in order to get the third side. Okay, therefore the length and the length of the third side is equal to 3x minus 2, again 3x minus 2 centimeters. Okay, this much is from the question. Now what they have said is the perimeter should be at least 61. Perimeter means sum of all 3 sides. So you'll get, according to question, the inequality as x plus 3x minus 2 is what we have discussed. At least means it is greater than or equal to 61. That means the minimum value should be 61. It can be more than that also. So it can be 61, that is equal to, more than that, greater than. Okay. You are getting 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 61, or 7x is greater than or equal to 61 minus 2, which is greater than or equal, sorry, plus 2, 63. 7x is greater than or equal to 63, or x, you are dividing throughout by 7. So x is greater than or equal to 9 you will get. X is greater than or equal to 9. What is the meaning of this? Therefore the length of it is greater than or equal to means the minimum length of the shortest side should be 9. It can be more than that also. Therefore the minimum length of the shorter side should be 9 centimeters. Question number 26 is, a man wants to cut 3 lengths from a single piece of board of length 91 centimeter. The second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest and the third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. What are the possible lengths of the shortest board if the third piece is to be at least 5 centimeter longer than the second? So here, first we will take the length of the shortest board to be x centimeters. Okay, let the length of the shortest board be x centimeters. Now the second board's length, okay, the length of the second board, therefore the length of the second board will be, you can just see length of the second board. What is the connection given here? Second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest. Shortest we have taken as x. So second length will be 3 centimeter longer than means it will be x plus 3, right? Next, the third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. Shortest is again x, so the third will be 2x. Okay, and the length of the third board will be 2x centimeters. Okay, now what they have given is the total length of the board from which we have to cut these 3 pieces is given to be 91 centimeters. That means when we join all these 3 pieces, it will be either 91 or less than 91. It cannot be greater than 91. So the first inequality according to the question which we get will be x plus 3, first piece, plus second piece, plus third piece will be less than or equal to 91, because either the whole portion, that means all the 3 pieces, will together form 91 in length, or it can be only less than 91. That's why the inequality is less than or equal to 91. The other thing which they have given is, last sentence you just see, the possible lengths of the shortest board if the third piece, which is the third piece, if the third piece, that is 2x, this is the third piece, is to be at least 5 centimeter longer than the second one. Second one is this one, and 5 centimeter longer than the second means x plus 3 plus 5. Okay, so the second inequality which we are getting is 2x is at least, that is minimum, so it can be greater than or equal to the second piece which is x plus 3 plus 5. Okay, so these are the two inequalities which you are getting, and you have to solve these two in order to get the minimum and maximum of the x, that is the shortest board. Okay, so here you will get 2, 3, 4x plus 3 is less than or equal to 91, and this will give you 2x minus x is greater than or equal to 8. Here you will get 4x is less than or equal to 91 minus 3, which is 88, and here it is x is greater than or equal to 8. X is less than or equal to 88 by 4, which is 22, and x is greater than or equal to 8. Now we will just combine these two inequality. X is here less than or equal to 22, and here it is greater than or equal to 8. That means it is lying between 8 and 22. And the meaning of this inequality, this double inequality, is the shortest board can be of minimum length 8 centimeter and maximum it can go till 22 centimeter. Okay, therefore the minimum length of the shortest board can be 8 centimeter, and the maximum length of the board, shortest board, can be 22 centimeters. Okay.